Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My dear students of sociology, social anthropology, and other social sciences, Assalamu alaikum. I'm hopeful that you will be fine and quite well. Today, our discussion topic is Karamojong. Karamojong is an ethnic group in Uganda. Today we will discuss about the lifestyle of Karamojongs, their political setup, their social organizations, their ceremonies, their economic system. So the focus of social anthropology and anthropology, especially, it is focusing the small communities. It records all the things that is happening in that community about their language, about their social setups, about their religious affairs, and all the things. Social anthropology. And Uganda. First, it is important to know about the Uganda. Uganda is a landlocked country. It is bordered to the east by Kenya, to the north by South Sudan, to the west by the Democratic Republic of the Congo, to the southwest by Rwanda, and to the south by Tanzania. Landlocked country means that there is no ocean bordering that country, and there are 49 countries in the world that are landlocked countries, and Uganda has a population of 34.8 million people, making it the world second most populous landlocked country after Ethiopia. Ethiopia is also a landlocked country. Kyrgyzstan is also a landlocked country in the world. The Ethiopia has population of 109 million people. Its capital is Kampala, which is its largest city also. Spoken languages are English, Luganda, Swahili, and other native languages are also spoken here. Uganda got its independence in 1962. The colonial boundaries created by Britain to delimit Uganda grouped together a wide range of ethnic groups with different political system and culture, and that country was delimited by the Britishers in 19 before 1962, and that delimitation it mm, gave diversity to different ethnic groups in Uganda. So first of to know, let's come to know about the ethnic group. What is ethnic group? Ethnic group has been defined as a group that regards itself or is regarded by others as a distinct community by virtue of certain characteristics that will help to distinguish the group from the surrounding community. Ethnic group means a different group. That group is imagined by its member that we are distinct, we are different from other people, and the other people also pursue them to different from them. So ethnic group, they have common traits, they have common features, they have common traits like in language, in religion, and their ways of life. Ethnicity is considered to be shared characteristics such as culture, language, religion, and tradition which contribute to a person or group identity. Uh, Furthermore, there are two types of ethnic groups: the major ethnic groups and the smaller ethnic groups. The major ethnic groups, let's suppose in Pakistan, there are four major ethnic groups: the Balochi ethnic group, the Punjabi ethnic group, the Pashtun ethnic group, and the Sindhi ethnic group. Let's suppose a person who is in Saudi Arabia or in other country who see another Pashtun will easily identify him that he belongs to my ethnic group because of his dressing, because of his Pashto, because of language he is speaking. So that is major ethnic group. The smaller ethnic group, for example, in our Pashtun society, the smaller ethnic groups are the Kalashi people, the of Kalami, the Koistani, the Guj. The Karamojongs or Karimojong is a group of Uganda. These are agro-pastoral herders living mainly in the northeast of Uganda. Their language is also known as Karamojong or Karimojong, and as part of Nilo-Saharan language group. The Karimojong language, it is the part of Nilo-Saharan language, means the Nilo-Saharan language, it is a family of languages spoken by about 50 to 60 million people in Ethiopia, Uganda, and Kenya. And these people, they are living in the two districts of Uganda, the Kotido and Moroto districts, and in the northeastern part of Uganda. Further, the habitat of these people. The habitat means a place whereby a species living and interacting to the environment, to the physical environment there. So their complete place of living, they are living on plateau. Plateau plateau means the rise surface of land. So that surface is raised about 1120 to 1360 meter high. There are steep hills throughout, and that plateau is then blocked by higher mountains. It is a region characterized by thorny plants and grasses. The savanna becomes green with first rainfall. There is a huge rainfall in summers uh, in April, but dries again in November when the rain stops. The dry season is very windy, and there is no surface water, except for further lateral from the rainy season, which quickly dry up. River beds fill up in fjords during storms and history, the history of Karamojongs. So, according to anthropologists, the Karamojongs are part of a group that migrated from present-day Ethiopia around 1600 AD and split into two branches, with one branch moving to present-day Kenya to form Kalenjin group and Maasai cluster. The Maasai cluster, these are people, they are living in Kenya, so and they Maasai for their warring attitudes, and they have striking red hairs. Their political setup, the political setup of Karimojong, there is no government authority over them. The Karamojongs, uh, the Karamojong were a segmentary society. Leadership was vested in the elders, and the clans was the basic unit of political administration. The head of the different class constituted a council of elders, which was constituted the council of elders, which was responsible for administering justice, settling disputes, maintaining law and order, and punishing lawbreakers. Their political system consists of elders. The elders are responsible for making decisions. Mm, They they were responsible for administering justice, resolving their disputes, and they were also responsible for maintaining law and order in their Karamojan, the culture of Karamojan. So the main livelihood activity of the Karamojan is herding livestock. So their life revolve around revolve around the herding livestock. Stock. Crop cultivation is a secondary activity undertaken only in areas where it is practicable. Uh, their main profession is herding livestock. Uh, Crop cultivation is their secondary activity because there is no proper land, there is no proper education system, there is no proper raining. That's why uh, pastorally herding the livestock is their first and primary activity. It is because of their climate. Their climate is um, uh, they have arid climate. The Karimojong have always practiced a sort of pastoral transhumance. They go from one place to another place. In summers, they go high with their livestock, and in winters, they comes down to the plain regions, where for 3 to 4 months in a year they move their livestock to the neighboring districts in search of water and pasture for their animals. The availability of food and water is always uh, a concern and has impact on the Karamojongs and interaction with other ethnic groups. The availability of resources, the availability of land, the availability of water. Uh, uh, so these resources manage these resources directs their way of life. So when there is a shortage of resources, so they move from their place away to another ethnic group where they interact with them for availability of that resources. Then there is a unique practice, there is a strange practice in Karamojongs uh, about their engagements as both the right of passage and to manhood. Uh, a person who wrestles a woman and who wins, then he is considered a man, and then he is eligible to marry that woman in that land. But if he fails to wrestle that woman, and if he is defeated, so he could not be able to marry that woman, and then he is directed to marry in another clan of uh, rite of passage into manhood as well as requirement for engagement. A young Karimojong man is required to wrestle the woman he desires to marry. If he is successful in winning the wrestling match against the woman, he is considered to be a man and is permitted to marry the woman. This ensures that the man will be strong enough to care and for and protect his life. His winning confirms that this man can protect his family, his children. Uh, After a successful match, the dowry negotiations are allowed to commence. And in instances where the young man is unable to defeat the woman in the wrestling match, he will not be considered by his people to be a man and will often leave to marry a woman from a different people group where a test of strength is not required. If no, if non-Karamojong man desires to marry a Karamojong woman, he is also required to go through this ceremony. There are certain other features of Karamojong. The Karamojong they are highly ethnocentric, and they are guarding their tradition from any foreign cultural diffusion. What is here the term cultural diffusion? What does it mean? Cultural diffusion means the diffusion of cultural traits from higher culture to lower culture. That is cultural diffusion. The movement of cultural traits, norms, values from higher culture to lower culture is called uh, cultural diffusion. Cultural diffusion is high in modern society, while in traditional societies like Karamojongs or small ethnic groups where the norms and values are too much strong, so and they don't allow any foreign ideas, cultures, values to be in them. That's why because their culture is strong, because their values are strong, and foreign invasion, foreign diffusion uh, could not take place in them. Karimojong's feed pride on number of cows they are keeping. Cows are given as a reward and gift to others for good friendship and service of the community in disaster. So the life, as we told earlier, the life of Karimojong at revolve around their livestock, and cow have a greatest value in their livestock. So if someone pride on the number of cows they are keeping, cows are given as rewarding gifts to other for good friendship and services of the community in disaster. If someone does a great deed for that community and service of that community, if he is honest or there are if he possesses some other values, so then he is rewarded with that cow. Uh, Another feature of Karamojongs is that they are living in extended family. Extended family, they are though family as family where three or more families they are living in the same place, but they have different compound inside the main surrounding. So Karamojongs are living in extended family, and thorny sticks or wooden fences protects their family surrounding. Uh, These extended classes are the sources of children's socialization. The children, from different compounds, they come together and they play with each other, and they learn different things from each other about their community, about their social norms and values. Uh, Thereby, they are inculcating the norms and values of their surrounding, which is socializing them. Girls perform household chores. They are cooking, they are washing, while boys and men roam in semi-arid plains of Karamoja.